With that said, let's keep it going. We're about ready for another season. It was worth just kind of simming ahead, taking care of staff and stuff like that, which again, the coaching staff is looking a little bit better. It kind of sucks that our head coach has a veteran specialty, but what are you going to do? Let's take a look at what this team is going to be. And I'll quickly fix stuff since I'm seeing at least one person say the audio is desynced, which normally means it isn't and that there's something wrong with you and your feed, but that's okay. It's a quick little on-off switch for me. Over to roster moves. Look at that. Our goalies, both 80 or above, with Vinovinovici up to a 70, and Elliot Anderson went up to a 60. Not bad. Again, we are pretty much set when it comes to goaltenders. Defensively, we have to base this on potentials. Like Coop, Kai Gorodov, they're pretty trash. But then we got the big options, the big guns there. Defensively, by the way, so Wilson Day was another low 4. It's another low 4. Gorodov, Coop. Sigalet's the medium elite. Let's have Day. Joseph was the one that randomly has no contests. I feel like he has to play at the NHL level to try and get him to improve. So Gorodov, Coop, Cutler, even Melvin White, it'd be nice to bump him up. So the question is, who's going to play and who isn't? Because Khalil Joseph, I feel like we have to try to get him and Sigalet to develop. So the low 4s, I got to be honest, are probably on the outs because the top 5 all have... We're going to have to play some of these guys at forward. That's the only solution. That is the only solution. Some of these guys are going to have to play it forward, and I'm okay with that. But it's the only way. All of them need NHL time. All of them do. So forward-wise, really quickly, let's take a look at the options that we have. So like Kessie, Thompson, Gallant, we know we can send them down. I'm going to hit back out and go best lines and hope it doesn't break anything. Did I catch any of the World Cup? I caught a little bit, yeah. At the same time, it's, I don't know, it's still a very gross feeling watching this particular World Cup, you know? All right. So for the forwards, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 1, 2, 3. All right, so we need 8 forwards. And there's 10 here in total. So we need 8 forwards. So out of the forwards in the system, medium bottom 6, low 9. Gabe Smith we can't even worry about. Low 9, medium bottom 6, medium bottom 6 for the legendary Eli Manning. Medium bottom 6, low top 6. All right, let's send down Kondratiev. We still need to send down 2 options. All right. So anybody above a medium bottom 6. So Zaitsev was the medium bottom 6. Huselius, Kondratiev, Korliuk. Hedstrom's a low 9. Low 9. I think we're good. It's going to be a very weird team. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to work chemistry-wise. But this is the best way to go about it. And chemistry-wise, it looks like it's actually going to be okay. Like, look at this defense, though. Holy shit. If I swap out this guy for Datsuk and then put Joseph here, is that another +5? Uh-huh. All right. Well, that's a defense. Mr. Nuge Television, how are you, my friend? Early night for you, from the looks of it. That's pretty decent, right? In theory. Nuge, what are you up to? Ultimate Team, club games. I know you're playing in a tournament at the moment. What's the word? Whew. Okay, so this is beautiful, is what this is. This is downright sexual. And hello, everybody, coming over from Nuges. We play franchise over here like a fucking loser. So Carlson and Morrow are both medium elites. Robertson's the low elite. Piper's a medium elite. So it probably does make sense to have Robertson with Piper. And then Carlson and Morrow together just to try to keep improving things. Carlson's got a great shot. Robertson's got a good shot on him, too. Although Piper is properly a righty, but set up the 1T. Yeah. Yeah, the 58 overall low 7th who somehow has freaking no contest. That's phenomenal. On paper. Can we get the forwards to work knowing that we have some other defenders? I mean, we have numerous defenders who I'm trying to play here. Sigalet's the medium elite who's a defender that I desperately want to be on a top line. A lot of low 4s. Low 6, low 6. Person's a low bottom 6. Jesus, this guy is trash. Marcel's the medium bottom 6, but he's a higher rating. Funk's a medium bottom 6. Holt, still medium top 6. Kolosov's medium bottom 6. And so was Barlow, even though he's one of our higher rated guys. So, in theory, Barlow, Kolosov, and then, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to have these guys on that fourth line. So it still makes sense to have Holt and Sigalet on the top line. The question is there a positive or, I mean, really the only negatives are Milroy and Froats. So Datsuk, Day, or White. And based off of the rating, with a 52 face-off rating, Alexander Datsuk's going to be our top center. We'll have the enforcer Melvin White on a line with Barlow and Kolosov. And then Froats with Milroy and Wilson Day. That is the forward core. Numerous defenders in this lineup, but somehow it works. And then this hilarious defense. So think about it, though. Like, we have this as our goaltending tandem, which is awesome. Man, we have that. We have defense. You know, we got the goaltending. We got the defense. It's just, can we get any of these guys to actually develop is the question. Power play wise, I'm just going to leave it, I think. Probably just leave it be. Because I don't really know what the hell I'd even want to do. Because I'd want it to be... I'd want, you know, most of it just to be our defenders that are there. So I think it's okay. I think we're all right. And then in the AHL, I will try to prioritize our actual players if they are there. Obviously, it would have signed some nobodies to fill out the roster. Zarev isn't even ours, so we can have that. And then forward-wise, Rivers is not ours. None of these guys are ours for that matter. Cool. So all we got to do is put the guys that we don't really care about on the lower lines. And we'll be okay. We can just keep Claxon there. That's fine. Perfect. Let's just leave it as it is. So this is a strategy. This is a strategy, to say the absolute least. That defense is something else, man. That defense is something else. I feel like I should change up the power play. It's a strategy. It's a strategy. I feel like I should change some things up. But you know what? There is one thing that I am willing to finally make official. And it already did it for me. Tyrone Carlson is going to be the captain of this team. He's our main man. It has Morrow and Sutter with the other letters. I'm going to say Sutter doesn't get one, but Robertson does. So yeah, Tyrone Carlson, our first ever pick. Surprise, surprise. He's going to be the man for us here. He is our number one. In terms of new additions, just seeing what the old boys look like. First new addition is Bear Piper. 3rd overall pick this year. And there he is. He looks like a Bear Piper. He does. That is a Bear Piper if I've ever seen one. I'm glad the name fits the face. For 3rd overall pick, Bear Piper. What a guy. I think we looked at Datsuk last year, right? Yeah, he played on TNT last year. But Wilson Day, who was also selected in this year's drafts. There he is. He looks like a Wilson. He does. He looks like a Wilson or a Stewart. But there you go. Piper needs number 69. He does not. Alan Sigalets played in Guelph last year. We drafted him this year. He is also new, the medium elite defender. There is Alan. Our boy, Alan Sigalets, who I am begging to actually be able to develop. Khalil Joseph, the hero that provides us that 3rd +5. Khalil Joseph. That's certainly a mustache choice. That is a choice, but the low 7th with no contest defender. Still hilarious. Of course, Melvin White was here last year. Liam Persson was here last year as well. Marlo Holt, Marcel, all of these dudes were here last year in terms of forwards. So those are the new additions. This is the team for this year. Built upon 3 different +5s on the defensive side of things, which would make me think that is going to be our defensive 6 for the rest of this. Unless we end up with somebody else on defense that has an X factor or just a general ability. That means we can shift people around. What a weird time. We start off our season against the Washington Capitals. I'll move over here for a moment so that we can see our ratings. Look at that. Look at the X factors on the right-hand side. 52, 80, and 80. Also, Dylan Larkins with Alex Ovechkin and Igor Shesterkin. Jesus Christ. If we could just sort out the offense, our ratings actually aren't that bad. They're really not. They're really, really not. Things are looking up for the Goonfish of Trinidad and Tobago. McDonough Coliseum is the place. That said, I don't think we're going to do a prediction or anything in chat about wins or whatnot. I don't know. We could. But I think we just go for it. We're going to be nowhere near the playoffs. But this is easily another season where we're just looking at sustained growth and hoping that members of this team can continue to find ways to develop, see those ratings go up. Unfortunately, our stellar defense and offense right now, or our stellar defense and goaltending on paper, yeah, it doesn't mean much when apparently you have an offensive rating of a 52. We finally got a win, and it was a 1-0 shutout over the Islanders. Fair enough. Chance to get 7 wins or low. Yes, judging by how this season's going so far, I don't think we're going to match last year's total of double digits. Then again, we've won 2 out of the last 3. We've won 3 out of the last 4. Jesus, we're going on a run. The boys have found their footing. They've found their form. My goodness. My goodness. 5 wins. Sorry, I had to get back to somebody there. Team's so tough, their feet are knuckles too. All right, the big question is now. Ooh, there we go. Beat Montreal in a shootout. Well, we hit 10 wins. It's looking decent. You know, let's stop this here. And we'll put up a new prediction. Will we hit 12 wins? Which I believe matches last year's total, or actually beats it by 1. There you go. You get a mid-season prediction up in chat. Let's take a look at how the team's doing so far. Tyrone Carlson, still our main man, our captain. 31 points, leading the way. Holt, 18 points. He's already a minus 45. Datsuk, 9 points. Sigalet's up to a 61, so he is getting better with the ice time. Wilson Day has 1 point, but he does have 15 minutes of ice time a game. It's amazing that this looks as decent as it does. 20 points for Morrow. We already know Tyrone was crushing it. 8 points for Bear Piper as a rookie. Next to Steve Robertson, who is a 79 overall now, which is amazing. Joseph, minus 30. And then what do we got goalie-wise? Blomqvist, a 908. Kavasha, a 911. So actually, our goaltending has been okay. Amazingly, our goaltending has been all right. It's just obviously we have no offense to speak of at this stage, which is to be expected. I mean, Jesus, we have, what, 12 defenders in the lineup? Something like that. So, but there we go. 9 wins already. I'm going to end the submissions for the poll a little bit early, just in case. It's February. We need 3 more wins to hit 12. There's 1 over Toronto, of course. Make that 11 wins on the season. We need 1 more. There it is. We did end up hitting 12 wins. And we have had a better season than last year. 13 wins on the year. Incremental improvements, to say the least, but 15 wins certainly seems possible as we hit the trade deadline, which, again, we don't take part in. Mikhail Backlund got put on waivers, no thank you, and according to the game, there were no blockbuster pickups. But 15 wins, we need 1 win in the next month. That is within reach. There it is, over Minnesota. We are getting better, slow and steady. Might we hit 20? There's 17, shutting out Vegas. 18 over Tampa. 19! Can we hit 20 wins with 2 games left? Oh my goodness, they're both at home. It's Seattle. We win! 20 wins on the year! Oh my God. And the final game of the year against Winnipeg, we lose 4-0. A 20-win season for the Goonfish. 20, 52, and 10. How do you like us now? 50 points on the season. Amazing. Detroit ended up winning the President's Trophy. We were only 7 points back of Vegas. Oh my God, they traded Jack Eichel and now they're in the mud. I mean, Vegas was terrible, but it goes to show. Well, we still have the top lottery odds as well, but, you know, in terms of goals for, we did score more goals than Vegas. Oh my God. How bad were the Golden Knights? And we allowed the same amount of goals against, which was an NHL high. So the fact that Vegas had more points than we did, despite scoring less goals and the same amount of goals against, is pretty surprising. We're going to have to look at Vegas for sure. And for the record, time shorthanded, only 130. We were yet again one of the top 5 most disciplined teams in the NHL. despite being Goons. What the hell does Vegas look like? Okay. All right. I'm going to let's take a couple of screenshots. Let's take a couple of screenshots. And I'm very excited to pass these along to EA directly to say, hey, one of these teams scored more goals than the other. Guess which one? Guess which one? That is incredible. Incredibly bad, but incredible nonetheless. Let's take a look at point totals on the year, shall we? So for the forwards, again, it was Gabriel Holt who led the way with those 50 points. 33 goals as well. Decent season from Mikhail Kolosov. Honestly, not bad. The only forward under 20 points was Liam Persson. And almost every player scored at least 10 goals aside from Liam Persson. But good season for Froats and Holt. Defensively, Carlson was great. You had Morrow, Robertson. 4 points for the enforcer, Melvin White. Only defender to not score a goal was Khalil Joseph. Every single guy had at least one goal. Speaking of goalies, or goals, we'll talk about the goalies. 906 save percentage for Kavasha, and a 914 for Ian Blomqvist. All right. This game's a beautiful disaster. Anaheim's Alex DeBrincat. Sasha Barkov up there. Ovi scored 63 goals. He has 1,006. So, there you go. There you go. Eichel stayed in Washington, by the way. And for goals, the 63 for Ovi, 57 for Detroit's Patrick Kane. And Connor Bedard, so far for Philadelphia, already has 284 points in 4 seasons. Does Connor Bedard just had a career best season for the Flyers. Again, they got him 2nd overall. And then Montreal's Silverguard, who's up to a 90, who they got 4th overall because a bunch of teams are stupid. Defensively, Moritz Seider led the way in terms of points. Goal scorer, Torrey Krug with 20. Goalies, the winningest UC Saros now in Detroit. Shutout leader, bunch of guys with 6. Allmark in Toronto, Markstrom, Murray in Nashville, Vassy, and John Gibson. Save percentage king, likely Elvis Merzlikins. That's a very interesting Vezina race. Worst regularly starting goalie was Aiden Hill. Damn. For the hell of it. Goalie points. Couple of assists here and there. The rookie race goes to Michael Misa of the New Jersey Devils. With 1st overall pick this past year, Pierce Shing going 2nd. 45 points, 33 goals, not bad. First year that we really didn't have anybody up there in terms of points for the rookies because they were pretty much all goddamn defensemen. For the record as well, the AHL, 2 points. By 2 points, they missed out on the playoffs. So the Butte Bruisers make it all the way to a Calder Cup final, win the damn thing, but have not made it back to the playoffs in the 2 seasons now since. So we shall see. We shall see what happens from here. We shall see. But yeah, the fact that we outscored Vegas says a lot. Carolina wins the Stanley Cup for the 2nd time in franchise history. As the Hurricanes beat the Jets in 7, so back-to-back Cup Finals appearances for the Winnipeg Jets. They lose them both. They lost to Toronto last year, who fell to Carolina in this playoffs. Bakersfield beats the Hartford Wolfpack in 5. See if we can get a look at Carolina and if their roster is still correct. But, I mean, they've added Kevin Hayes, Nuge. Niebeck got better. Anderson Dolan. Jake Evans and Jack Drury. They added Devon Taves on defense, Colin Miller, Montour. Their team's changed quite a bit. Mackenzie Blackwood in goal for them, so there you go. For the award winners, again, now 5 different cup winners. DeBrincat won the Art Ross Trophy. Barkov wins the Hart. Sider wins the Norris. Calder does go to Michael Misa. Conn Smythe to Andrei Svechnikov. Vezina to Elvis Merzlikins. Again, we don't get a Masterton winner, which is shocking. Barkov wins the Selke and the Ted Lindsay, while Alex Ovechkin wins the Rocket Richard. In the AHL, Matthew Savoy put up the most points. A guy named Peterman was league MVP. Kopitz with the most goals. A random dude named Dowcall was top rookie. Lakinen, top defender. Etu Makiniemi, the top goalie. And I believe it's Jake Chason was MVP of the playoffs for the Condors. So before we find out what awaits us in the draft, we again have the number 1 odds. Just to take a look. Oh, baby. Okay, I doubt he developed all of that, but hopefully he did. I believe this screen is still glitched, but if Alexei Zaitsev turned into that, we're going to have a problem. We did get some damn good development. Yeah, see, it's also showing Sutter with wheels as well, so definite glitch, but a man can dream. It was a glitch last year, too, yeah. But we did get some damn good development. Yeah, it's showing Nick Cutler with abilities now, too, so we'll see what happens. But a lot of green, which is a good sign. Who's available in the draft? There hasn't been a single top power forward. There is, however, Ty Bowdens, the grinder. He's got an A in defense, too. 1 year out. Seeing eye, tape to tape, shock and awe. We have found our grindy grit grinder in Ty Bowdens. Oh, thank God. He's not going to be immediately a power forward. There's no way Carl Sweeney at his height and weight's a power forward. But maybe, just maybe, we're going to get the forward that we need. So how this lottery goes doesn't really matter. We fall to second. Pittsburgh gets the top pick. All right. Terms of player retirements, Ovi is gone. Kenny Malkin, Stamkos, Kopitar, Tavares, O'Reilly. Goodness gracious, that is quite the class of retirements. Burns, Yossi, Letang. Jesus, an entire era of the NHL just retired. Fleury, Varlamov. Goddamn. Goddamn. Whole bunch of players just became coaches, including Anze Kopitar. All right. Still remember getting a lovely viral tweet the year they added in retirements to coaches when I had Phil Kessel behind the bench. Bar down, picked it up. I think that was Endo and I's first conversation. With that, we go to the draft. One more look before the Penguins' first overall selection. Rory Helm is the guy, but we are looking at the grinder, Ty Bowdens. Pittsburgh, first overall, takes Helm, 81 medium elite. Due diligence, let's just double check, but it would take a monstrous player to not select Bowdens with the second overall pick. And all of a sudden, I mean, there might be players that can compete. So defensively, it's Larry Versey. Not good enough to compete, not a bad player. There's also Jared Brust. A's and B's, NHL ready. Unconfirmed wheels. Oh, man, if he had... Dude, that guy's projected to go 26th. Imagine that dude falls to us in the second round. Fuck. Dude, the fact that he's NHL ready. If he had wheels, I might take him. There's Reed Stevens. B's and C's, 3 years out. Fuck! Almost has elite edges, does have unstoppable force. Holy shit, this draft, though. Pascal Boudreau. Boy. Low. 2 years out. Unconfirmed heat seeker, ankle breaker, shut down. Fuck. Then there's Ty Bowden's. The only 2 B's that he has are puck skill and senses. He's 1 year out. Has seeing eye, tape-to-tape, shock and awe. He's the guy. But man, Kurtz is honestly looking pretty good. No X factors. And there's Gavin West. 3 years out. Unconfirmed unstoppable force. And Cademan Zinger. I took Eli Manning last year. I'm not taking Cademan here, for fuck's sake. It's got to be Bowden's. It's got to be. Brust is solid, but it's got to be Bowden's. An actual But man, what if Brust is a medium or low elite, though, you know? The fact he's NHL ready. I got to call a timeout. I didn't think I was going to have to, but I got to call a timeout here. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. It's got to be Bowden's. It's got to be. He'll be like a 74 or some shit like that. The only thought is, what if Brust is medium elite? But we're going for Ty Bowden's. 75, medium top 6 grinder. Tape-to-tape, shock and awe. Seeing eye. Him having seeing eye as a grinder is amazing. So we do get who is hopefully a game-changing forward in the form of Ty Bowden's. But the big question is, who the hell is going to be left? And did we make the right choice? Wow, what a pickup for Chicago there. Bunch of two-ways. Stevens was a medium elite. 63. Fuck. Would you rather have a 75 overall medium top 6 grinder or a 63 overall medium elite with an X factor, Reed Stevens? He has big rig, unstoppable bouncer, crease, close court. Look at. Oh, I think we fucked up. Ah. Oh, no. Oh, dude, he has like the perfect abilities for a power forward. He has the perfect abilities for power forward. That's insane. Literally, aside from fucking elite edges. Oh, it sucks. Oh, it sucks a lot. The guy that we got looks great, too. We didn't necessarily go wrong with Ty Bowden's, but holy fuck, does Stevens look like a game changer for the Oilers. Zinger, Cademan Zinger's a high top 9, 60 overall, so we did well there. Below, Boil Water, 65 medium top 6 with abilities, so we made the right choice with Bowden. Kurtz, nothing special. West, 63 medium. So right now it looks like we got the second best player. Bercy has no contest. We still got the better option there. I stand corrected. We got the third best option. Please tell me your name's Jack. It's not. There was the medium elite, 63 overall, power forward, perfect power forward. Then there's this defender, Brust, who could have been played at forward, man. 76 rated, low elite at 18 years old. Elite edges, ice pack, truculence, in reverse, shutdown. We ended up with the third best pick. Ovi did just retire with 1,006 goals. Again, Ty Bowden's isn't bad. We couldn't risk it. We had to take the forward who we knew for a fact was going to be good. But yeah, missing out on Reed Stevens. Yes, he's a 63, but again, his abilities are fucking perfect for a power forward. We'll see how this ages. And then, yeah, Toronto gets probably the fucking steal to draft and Brust, who I was considering taking even before Stevens. It came down to Bodens or Brust, and we took the forward. But yeah, Brust having elite edges. I was hoping by some miracle he'd fall to the second round. That did not happen. We move on. We still ended up with a pretty goddamn good forward. I can't label this draft, at least that first pick. Hello? I can't label that pick as an L. It's certainly not an L. Is it a gigantic W? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. All right, the question is, can we rebound here in rounds 2 and 3? Goalies, it's a lowercase W. There you go. So defensively, crap load of options as always. There's Ali Rogers. Bear Rodney. Take another Bear. Unconfirmed, quick pick and bouncer. Calvin Kachuk. 4 years out, unconfirmed elite edges. Derek Stajan. Doesn't have elite edges. Dustin Vajaholahi. 4 years out at 18, unconfirmed elite edges. None of these guys are really running away with it here. 3 years out for Ed Dodge. Jamison Fowler. Thank you, EA gods. NHL ready, Jamison Fowler. Here in the second round. It would take one hell of a player to not have us select a Jamison Fowler. On the way. Oh, fuck. God, we're going to have to pick again? The medium 9, the Sear Pitten's out. And then at center, medium 9's Zibanejad. It comes down to 2. It is either Fowler or Sheldon McKenna. And it's not McKenna. He's 4 years out. Jamison Fowler from the Prince Albert Raiders. We'll take that. We'll take that. Crystal Peepsy. Pepsi, hello. How are you? 76 overall, medium top 4 in the second round. Pepsi, how'd the stream go? Now look, we could have ended up with Stevens and company or Brust, but to end up with Bodens at a 75 and then Fowler at a 76, who does have shutdown and stick 'em up. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. We go to round number 3. A quick look. Was there anybody elite that we were in the running for that we could have gotten? And the answer, I mean, McKenna was a 58. We definitely made the right choice. I do wish, and I will always wonder what would have happened if we ended up with the prospect that went to Edmonton. But man, we can't discount Ty Bodens. And we definitely made the right choice there in round 2. Round number 3. And we will have some crossover in terms of the names here. If we can get another great pick in this draft, it will go down as our best yet. Based off the fact we won 20 games last year, all of a sudden, things are looking up for us just a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. Goalies. 5 years out, unconfirmed X-ray. Boma, 4 years out at 18. Potty, 4 years out at 18, unconfirmed X-ray. Probably won't take a goalie here. Defensively, Darren Hood, unconfirmed bouncer. Got Doug Neuendijk, 4 years out at 18, unconfirmed bouncer. Dustin Vajaholahi, 4 years out, unconfirmed elite edges. Malkin, 5 years out, unconfirmed elite edges. Moises Murray. Potentially 3 years out, unconfirmed bouncer. On the wing, Sergei Nikulin. 4 years out at 19. There's Casey Tan. Probably who I'm leaning towards right now. Donald Pasquale. Hello. I know he's only a medium 9, but he's not bad. And Patulny. Brent Murata. I know he's only a medium top 9, but honestly, Donald Pasquale is not looking that bad. He just can't skate or play defense, but he's actually decent in everything else. We're taking Donald here. 63. Ooh, only a 63, really? Really? Guess the lack of defense and skating really drags it down. I don't think that was a terrible pick. I mean, the rest were toss-ups. Like Vajaholi, he's a DF, low top 4. DFD. Tan was a medium top 9. Patulny is a medium top 9. Murata's a medium top 9. Yeah, we really didn't do that bad. We didn't do that bad. Just the big question is, did we make the right choice in round 1? I genuinely feel like we did. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, though. Round 4. The 100th overall pick. We'll kind of ignore. I think we had Ramsey and the on-off on the list before, but we'll add them. I skipped the first couple of guys on the list because we were more familiar with them. I might have to put them back up there, though, because this round is looking a little bit scary. God, that imagine if Brust fell to us in the second round, though. Not that we didn't get a good guy in the second round, but... All right, what do we got? What do we got? Again, in goal. 5 years out for Wayne Lackey. 5 years out for Trigg. Rafalski. Unconfirmed light work and world one. Can you skip the expansion draft if you bring your own roster? No. You'd have to custom league it, if I'm not mistaken. 4 years out for Ramsey. 4 years out and unconfirmed abilities for Elnuik. Harkins. 5 years out. Mateo Biro. 4 years out at 20. Not looking great here. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. I don't know. I don't know who the hell to take here. When's the next podcast coming out? It's already out. At least Monday's was. I don't know who the hell to take here, to be honest. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Do we have anybody that's a slam dunk? I wish I could take that guy, but I can't. I mean, we could take Walker Russo later. Out of the goalies, then, just to get somebody else in the system. Let's go for Wayne Lackey for the hell of it. Younger, Windsor Spitfires goalie. Haven't taken a goalie in a couple of years. He is a 55 medium fringe. If anybody from that round ended up being good, then hey, so be it. But man, it was looking pretty shit, for being honest. The draft at this stage is not looking good at all. There is a medium top 9 grinder in Jackson Belfour. All right, what do we got? What do we got? So the only goalie left is Tyrone McLaren. Take him if we had to. There's Ethan Elnuik still. Justice Fitzpatrick. Pedro Van Allen. Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I'm not banking on any elite level steals here. But I do like Jackson Belfour. I'd like to get him in the next round. So the Van Allen, Fitzpatrick, or Elnuik. I don't even know. Or we just ignore them and go for forwards, which I honestly think we're going to do. Let's take Jackson Belfour here. Medium 9, 58 overall grinder at 20 years old. Yeah, at this stage, just draft forwards and hope for the best. Let's go for DeAndre Dominguez. Medium bottom 6 power forward. And our final pick will be Walker Rousseau, the Frenchman. It was a 49 overall medium bottom 6. So the first 2 picks of the draft knocked it out of the goddamn park. In a general sense, I mean, it could have been knocked out of the city from the looks of it. Dropped off a bit from there. Can't complain too much about that. We are going to have more coaching and scouting stuff to fix up as always. But all things considered, pretty happy. We are going to have some contracts to handle as well. Kubish needs to be signed. Yeah, our first couple of players are now going to have to be signed. We're immediately signing Fowler. Like, it's insane how well this defense has really come together at this stage. It's just whether or not we can get forwards to develop or actually end up with half-decent forwards where, again, someone like Ty Bowdens, who was just drafted, is immediately a top forward option for us. But with how the defense has worked out, too, with the X factors, like I said, it's a bit of a weird spot to be in. But pretty much just like that, the roster is set. It's just the RFAs that we'd be worried about. And yeah, someone like Carlson's going to want all the money in the world. Let me see if I can really quickly get the old 85% trick to work to lock these guys up. Let's go 9.3 for Carlson, which would be a steal. Honestly, even Barlow at a 75, get him on a 2-year deal for now. I mean, locking him up long-term might be a better option because I'd imagine he's going to be here for a while, but let's go 265. And honestly, the rest of them will end up signing anyway, so not a big deal. Always forget I can just hit X from there. Dominguez signs, Fowler, Pascale, Kubish, Bowdens, Belfour. Carlson ended up rejecting. We'll go back up to 8. Let's do $10 million even. Could save a little bit more, but if he takes that, I'll take it. And Carlson, fortunately right now, is playing hardball. There we go. It's 10.5 for 8 years for Tyrone Carlson. Easy does it. I mean, the cap's going to go up. I think we'll be okay. So we do have a lot to sort in terms of the rest of free agency, coaches, scouts, all that nonsense. But 20 wins this past season. We have a pretty damn good draft. I'm feeling somewhat optimistic.